A 0.015 kilogram superball is moving 0.225 meters per second to the right, and it hits head-on with a 0.030 kilogram superball that's moving 0.180 meters per second to the left. After the collision, the smaller ball moves to the left at 0.315 meters per second. What's the velocity of the 0.030 kilogram ball after the collision? Well, I've diagrammed some superballs here, and I know that this one is, I've diagrammed some superballs here, and I know that this one is 0.015 kilograms. And you know what? Its mass doesn't change throughout this problem. And I know that this superball has a 0.030 kilogram mass, and it doesn't change throughout this problem. Okay, next I know that this superball is moving in this direction at 0.225 meters per second. I'm going to call this positive because that's to the right. But this superball is moving in this direction at negative 0.180 meters per second. And this is because this is moving to the left. At this point, I can go figure out what my momentum net equals the mass 0.015 times the velocity positive 0.225 plus the quantity 0.030 times the velocity negative 0.180 meters per second. When I do the math, I find that this first, if I simplify this, I get 0.003375 minus 0.0054. And that tells me that my net momentum equals negative 0.00225 kilograms times meters per second. Because it's negative, it tells me that the momentum is in that direction. In other words, the purple superball brings more momentum than the orange one. Well, if I look at the situation after the collision, I now know that my velocity in this direction has become negative 0.315. If I look at the situation after the collision, I know that the velocity in this direction is negative 0.315 meters per second because the ball is moving to the left. This becomes the question mark. How fast is a purple superball moving away? Now, I learned from my first part that the net momentum equals negative 0.002025, which equals the mass of my orange superball, which is still 0.015, times the new velocity of this orange superball, which is negative 0.315, plus the mass of the purple superball, which is 0.030, times some velocity, which I really don't know, and so I'm trying to solve for that velocity. Well, if I simplify this part, negative 0.002025 equals, when I simplify this part, I get negative 0.004725 plus 0.030 velocity. I'm going to add 0.00475 to cancel this. Whatever you do to the right, you have to do to the left. And when I do that, I get a new value of 0.002675 equals 0.030 velocity. I'm going to divide the right to cancel. Whatever I do to the right, I'm going to do to the left. And I get a velocity of the purple super ball that equals 0.089166. And if I were to simplify that a little bit, and because it's a positive number, means the super ball travels in this direction.